and welcome to Arnhem in the Netherlands for the European 10-meter Championships organised by the European Shooting Confederation. 575 athletes are competing from 43 nations. Today's action is starting off with the first of our Olympic disciplines, the 10-meter air rifle for women. My special guest today, commentator, we didn't want to see her, but we have to take advantage of the situation, is Serbian Ivana Maksimovic. Hello.
Hello.
We'll talk to you in a second. I'm Matthew Layton, an unfamiliar voice, but I'll do my best. And over the next hour, I'll be guiding you through the action as we watch Europe's top shooters in action on the final. So earlier today, about an hour and a half ago, we saw 71 athletes from 33 nations. They started out in their quest to become the European 10-meter air rifle champion for 2015. We're down to the last 8. They've had 8 minutes preparation time. They've got about a minute left, and this is the first time they've seen this hall. Ivana, how does that freak you out?
Oh, very much. Actually, even if I'm not shooting, it's looking like a space shuttle. You know, everything is orange, and a lot of people, huge audience, and it's something new. The range is new, and I think that everybody is scared about that a little bit.
Well, scared and exciting depends how you use the actual emotions, but it's a big occasion. It's a chance to become European champion, and that's nothing short. It's the first major event we're going to be covering for you this year, so it's something to look forward to. As I say, there may be, or there will be, some unfamiliar faces. We have some girls, who you were saying a few minutes ago, scaringly young. They obviously have no fear.
Yeah. Actually, now I see how old I am. Actually, I mean, they're very young,
30
and
seconds.
I think this is a great way to start with experiences, and I don't know, I think it's their advantage above everybody because they're feeling young and no any pressure about, you know, results before or taking medals or anything similar. So
and in your picture we have an Olympic medalist, so we have some experience as well.
Well, yeah.
Katrina Emmons, of course. They're probably going to repeat. The way I'm going to work today is the speaker, Shaq, has a very clear, loud voice. I'm not going to repeat what he's going to say. So he's going to actually introduce the athletes. We might be able to add something, but let's listen to what he has to say.
Dames en heren, het organisatiekomité heet u van harte welkom bij de Europese kampioenschappen Air Rifle Women op het Nationaal Sportcentrum Papendal.
Say welcome and hello to this magnificent sports centre. This is where the 1999 championships were held, but not in this new venue.
European Championship 2015 in Arnhem, and the European Shooting Confederation welcome you to the National Sports Centre here in Papendal. My name is Shaq, and it's an honour to host your first senior event of the championship this week, which is the Air Rifle Women. Over the course of this week, nearly 600 athletes have come to the championship, and these 8 line up in this final. They've done incredibly well to qualify for this final today. On firing point A, representing Germany, she finished 6th at last year's Grenada World Championships and hopes to win the first medal of her career, Nina Laura Kreutzer.
But this is also her first senior competition, and she knocked out Barbara Engler, who came 9th, her compatriot.
On firing point B, representing Italy, for this event she won junior gold in June 11 years ago and now hopes to repeat that as a senior, Sabrina Senna.
And last year, clearly 2014, she did take a gold medal, but it was in the 3Ps in Munich, so she knows how to win.
On firing
Yeah,
point
she's
C,
very good.
representing
Very
Germany,
good.
she was a junior last year and she earned 4 medals in her youth, including 1 gold. This is her first appearance as a senior, Selina Geschwantner.
Again, 2 Germans have come through her, both 20 years old. But they've been supported. There's Barbara in the back.
Yeah.
On firing point D, representing Poland, after 4 years of competitions, she lines up in the final 8 for the first time, Janeta Iwaszuk.
Now, watch her quickly, because she was one of the fastest shooters, wasn't she?
Yeah.
When you were doing the qualifications, she was one of the
On
fastest
firing
shooters there.
point E, representing the Czech Republic, she struck Olympic gold in Beijing, and in her career she has 2 more Olympic medals, plus 25 medals from ISSF events, Katarina Emmons.
Well, she's one of the biggest idols for us, for the girls. and for the
On
rest.
firing point F, representing the Russian Federation, she won her first career medal last year. That was bronze at the World Cup in Fort Benning. Anna Zhukova.
And for Benning, we were fighting about the medal, so that's why I remember her very well.
You still picked up one, then?
On firing
still
point
picked up a medal?
G, representing Spain, she lines up in the final 8 for the first time on her 6th appearance at the European Championships. Paola Grande.
That is a surprise. She actually won quite convincingly the qualifications.
Yep.
So let's see what she did. She actually spent a year in Scotland,
And
in
on
Edinburgh,
firing point
studying
H,
English.
representing
Really?
Italy, she's hoping to top her
Very good.
career best of a World Championship bronze medal 4 years ago, Ilania Nardelli. Ladies and
As you can see,
gentlemen, the
some of the
jury
bigger
member
names
in
have
charge
actually
of
missed
this
out on
finals
this
is
final.
Mr.
Yeah.
Bernard Dulhomme of France.
There you go, there's the list of the 8
And the
antagonists
chief range
who go
officer
to
for
be
this
firing.
finals is Meneer Ronald de Vos out the Netherlands.
Ronald de Vos has been doing this for 39
Ladies
years
and
now.
gents, we've had 2 days of great junior finals. They've done us proud, building up a great atmosphere in the finals hall. You've got a lot to live up to, so show your support for the athletes and enjoy the competition.
And if you can't hear us, let's ask the technical boys. Can you turn the volume up a bit, please, boys? Here we go. They're actually going to be, the rules changed in November 2012. What's going to happen is they have now 2.5 minutes, 150 seconds to fire 3 shots. Ivana, tell me what's going through their mind, how do they approach this?
Well, I can tell by my experience, because it's very stressful for me, because now they're also changing and the pressure is big. You're very nervous and you have little time for 3 shots. But we're all thinking that even if we have the big pressure and we are nervous and our hands are shaking, that we do our technique the best that we can. So I think they're just thinking about that, to be calm, to be steady, and just to follow through every shot and to be brave.
Be brave. That's one of your mottos. Well,
Start.
so here they go. 2.5 minutes. Is that for some people like your compatriot Andrea? She gets bored because she's finished after a minute.
Yeah, she's very fast shooter, but for me, I think that's enough. It's okay. So we will see now.
Well, good to start off her first shot at 10.8, so she didn't get perfection.
Okay.
Isn't that extraordinary, first shot? Maximum score you can have is 10.9, so what a boost to start off with. And after this, just to go through, if you didn't pick it up, if you're not familiar, the rules are they have 2 series of 3 shots each. Then they go down to single shots with a maximum of 14 single shots. However, after the first 2 single shots, so a total of the 2 times 3, which is 6, after the 8th shot, the unlucky person with the lowest score is eliminated. It's an elimination competition, so that's good for the nerves. And then a lady girl is eliminated every 2 shots. On the 18th shot, you'll know who the bronze medal winner is, and then it goes to 2 more shots. So it's really high stress stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes it's taking too long when you're so so concentrated and under the stress.
Well, let's see
It's
who.
more shots than before.
Well, it's changed. Katrina Emmons, from married into a famous shooting family, had a bit of time off for children after London. What's her strengths?
I mean, she has a perfect stability and perfect technique of aiming and pulling the trigger. And actually, everybody wants to look like her and to shoot like her, because she's the idol and the legend, and it's not easy to win all those Olympic medals.
Sabrina Senna. The 2 Italians, I believe, are in the same club, I was told when I was speaking to Italian a while ago. So there's a great competition, and Petra Zublessing, who perhaps is the most well-known name in Italy, didn't actually make the final.
Was for Germany's Geschwantner with a 31 even.
So you can see we have Germany from Russia, Spain,
Some
Italy,
very strong
Germany, Czech,
individual
Italy,
scores in
Poland.
the
As you can
first
see,
series.
we have
Geschwanda and
2 girls
Kubova
from
shot
Germany,
10.7,
2 from
Kreutzer and
Italy.
Senna shot 10.8,
Well, the first
which
shot
is
of the
highest
competition
so
was
far.
at 10.8,
Very strong
wasn't it?
scoring and very narrow margins down the leaderboard. We now enter the second series of 3 shots.
Can you observe anything from there, or it's just...
Yeah, I think everything is close and very close. So I think that every girl has a big chance to
Let me
win
talk
the
about the
medal.
guns briefly. You can see them in really close up there. They're not magnified, are they? You don't look through the actual... You don't have a magnified glass, so it's not close up. It's actually just real...
Yeah. I mean, I like her position and it's similar like mine. We will see now how she's aiming. She's looking very concentrated and yes, pulling the trigger perfectly, being calm and steady, and of course it's a very good shot.
Seems to work.
Yeah, it looks easy.
Tell me something about her style.
I mean, the Russian school is a little bit different than the rest of the world. I can tell. I mean, she's a little bit open for the target, and I don't know. I think my dad was shooting like that when he was a competitor, but for her it's working very good.
Just out of reference, if you're not familiar, if you just tuned in, Ivana Maksimovic is one of the most famous girls in this game, and Father Goran was obviously an Olympic champion as well, so good pedigree there.
Thank you.
And Paola, can you observe anything from her?
Yeah, well, she's very young, and I think she has. I'm sure that she has a lot of things to do in the future. But starting like this, even in this big final, I think everything will be good for her, and I like her position. And she's aiming like me, long. Okay, not good luck with the last shot, but hope it will not be so bad in the end.
As we predicted, Zanetta finished a long time
And
ago.
after the second
So
series
here we
in
go.
the competition, the highest total score once again was Germany's Geschwanda with a 31.6.
So she's not showing any nerves, is she? As we say,
Yeah.
this is her first senior
Very
competition.
strong scoring once
She won.
again
She
from
has some
all
form
of the
though.
athletes.
She
Most
scored
of the
gold
shots going
in the
over
juniors
10.
in 2013.
Poland, performed
Well,
really
so she
strongly.
has experience then,
And in the
even
Worlds-
as a junior.
In the Worlds this last year, 2014, she also medalled.
Yeah.
So she's going to be someone to make you sweat and push you forward in the
Okay,
next few
so
years,
this is expected from her.
I guess.
Yeah.
Right, so it's
For the next
still...
competition shot, load.
They've had now 6 shots. Next 2-1, Paula
Start.
Grandi is going to be on the button. She's in 8th position. After the 8th shot, the last shooter is eliminated and they're going told to sit down. Here we're looking at the leader so far. Tell me about her.
Yeah, she's looking calm, not nervous, fully concentrated, and like that she really knows what she's doing. Like she owned this competition. And yes, that is what she's showing. Perfect technique.
So I can't stress how
Stop.
much of a contrast they've had. They've come from a huge, large open hall with 80 positions to a fishbowl with 1,000 people in front of TV cameras, in front of everything, and they're still able to perform.
The other German Kreutzer performing
That
very
is
strongly
big deal,
after the
but
first
as we
series,
can
she was
see,
around
they're
about
very
7th place, now in
concentrated,
second
and
place. The
I
next
think they
shot
don't
is
see anything
crucial.
what's
This
happening
shot will
behind
decide
them.
who takes 8th place in the competition.
Okay, I guess they're trained out of
and
it.
the last place is currently occupied by Emmons and Grande. Very, very tight.
As you can hear by Shaq, the speaker, Paula
next
Grande
competition
is
Load.
she's playing her future, isn't she? Will she be aware of that she's 8th?
Start.
I think that yes, probably she can hear and
Well, she's only 0.1 behind Katerina Emmons also.
no, actually it's tight. They're the same. So I think this shot will decide what will be next. Who will fall out?
Right, let's see what she
Yeah,
needs.
not a good shot for Paula.
Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, taking 8th place in this competition, representing Spain, Paula Grande.
So we do have down to the last 7.
Yep.
It goes very quickly. Spain.
Congratulations, Spain. Zhukova and Senna shot 10.7.
It just shows how things change, because in the qualifications she was way ahead, wasn't she? She won, and now it's first out when it changes. It shows there's no advantage.
Yeah, I mean, this is totally different than the qualification.
This is the
Even
9th shot.
the atmosphere in the competition, everything is different. So
Load.
Right, 2 more shots, and then we eliminate another. So as you can see, the rules are very straightforward. And the music, it's is it good to have music, or will they block it out? It's not rock music, is it, to
like
get you
this
going?
is okay. It's relaxing, and most of the time you cannot hear it. But when they play loud and like rock music or pop or even some song that you know, then
You start dancing.
yeah.
The idea is not to move your feet, I guess, so it must be a bit difficult.
Stop.
That particular shot was very, very good for both of the Italians. Nardelli with a 10.6, Senna with a 10.7, and Kreutzer now falls from 3rd into 5th position.
So we do
Still
have
a lot of time
Katerina
to go, but the
Emmons,
next shot will
who is
decide 7th place in the
she
competition.
needs to
Emmons
really
can
pull
save
some stuff
herself.
out, doesn't she?
She's
She's by far the
only
most
0.2
experienced
behind her
shooter,
nearest rival.
but I guess as you've said today, that doesn't seem to come into the game
For
too
the
much.
next competition
It's more
shot.
about lack of fear.
Load.
Yep.
Okay, this one counts. I wonder if we'll see
Start.
her. Expect her to fire quite quickly. She has a 0.2 advantage over Katerina Emmons.
Yeah, everything is
10.5.
possible now.
Katerina Emmons needs to shoot at 10.6 to have a shoot off. No.
Oh no, bad shot.
Stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking 7th place in this competition, representing the Czech Republic, Katerina Emmons.
Must take enormous willpower not to let out the feelings. Because I imagine
Yeah.
what she's
Once
thinking
again, that
inside
shot
is
was
that we can't
very
certainly
good
say
for
it
the
on air,
Italians.
but
Senna
Yeah, I
with a
mean,
10.7,
that's
Nardelli
very-
with a 10.6, so they
very
are now
bad
holding
thing
on to
for
second
the
and
shooter
third place.
like her.
Kreutzer currently
But
occupying
she is
6th place
strong
after
and
shooting
she has a lot of
another 9.7
things
to
to
be
show.
exact. The next
So
shot is the 11th shot.
so in one way I suppose making it to the final against 71 competitors. Or is that how it works? Once you're in the final you
For
expect
the
to do
next
well, I guess.
competition shot.
well,
Load.
yes. But now with these new rules, when you're starting from the 0, I mean,
Start.
every girl can be a winner. So everything is open, and it's just how you adapt on this new situation. I mean, on this final.
So we have Lenia Nardelli, she's currently in 3rd position. Italians in 2nd and 3rd at the moment, but there's only a small gap. There's 1.5 points between the top 6-7 positions.
I mean, every European Championship has some Italian girls. So they're getting better from the year to year.
Stop.
That was a brilliant response by the German Kreutzer with a 10.7, so she now jumps up 1 place away from the elimination places. The next shot will decide 6th place in this competition. Ivashuk currently 0.8 behind Kreutzer.
When we saw the junior finals yesterday,
For the
they
next
actually
competition
the
shot.
crowd managed to get
Load.
revved up a bit. They're a bit nervous at the moment. They were anticipating perhaps maybe too much respect. Because last year we had Miskolci, Giuliana Miskolci. She won out of absolutely nowhere, didn't she? You took a medal, so I suppose.
It was amazing final, and atmosphere and the audience, they were like very cheering.
Here we go. Let's see where we are.
Yeah, one more perfect shot for Nina.
Six girls left in the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking 6th place in this competition, representing Poland, Janetta Ivashuk. And what a shot from the German Kreutzer. Follows up a 10-7 with a 10-8 and now jumps one more place into fourth. So closing in on one of those medal positions along with her fellow German Geschwantner, who's performing consistently and holds a 1.0 lead over her nearest rival.
Well, Zanetta, she finished the qualifications for the 10.9, I heard.
For the next
So it's not the
competition
same
shot.
way to go out,
Low.
but she did perform. So here we go, down to the top 5 shots now.
Start.
Selena in your picture, she is leading, but well, by a very small margin, well, by 1 point in fact. You like the way she looks?
Yes.
Easy.
Yes, because she's so confident about herself, and that's one of the most important things.
Zakova just scored a 10.8.
Stop.
Change little things about moves
Well, that was a
up the
brilliant
shooting
shot
board.
from the Russian Zhukova with a 10.8, which is the particular high of the competition so far. Kreutzer now occupies the 5th place, 0.6 behind her nearest rival. The next shot decides the 5th place in the competition, and with another great shot, Kreutzer could save herself from elimination here.
So is the heartbeat
For the next
increasing as the
competition
competition goes along, or are you
Low.
feeling more confident? I suppose it depends what your goals are.
For me, the ending is easier
Start.
than the beginning. The beginning is, for me, so full of pressure and nervous, but I don't know, they're supposed to get better from the how the end is coming, and we see that it's getting more tougher and tougher.
10.6 from Kreutzer. Send a 10.6. So okay,
Very
with
good
10.2.
shots.
So look what Nardelli produces. Oh, Nardelli
Oh,
only at
no.
9.3.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking 5th place in this
Yeah,
competition,
I suppose no
representing
complaints there
Italy,
because she didn't,
Ilania Nardelli.
Last shot.
And that cost her maybe the medal. She was very good.
Congratulations, Italy. That was a dramatic elimination because Kreutzer saved herself with an excellent 10.6, which was matched
Look at
by
the
the
standings
Italian
here,
centre. But now,
down to
look
the
at lead
last
at the top
4
of the board,
competitors,
just
2 Germans.
0.3. It was 1.5 at one point in this competition. It's very, very tight. We go into the
So
next shot
still
of the competition.
all to play for.
Yeah.
For the next competition
Last year,
shot.
I think, didn't she win by 2.9 points, Juliana? In the Europeans last year, I think she won by a
Start.
huge.
Yeah, she was leading all the finals. She was hard to get even close to her.
If you've just tuned in, it's Ivana Maksimovic who's giving us the benefit of her experience. Zakova 10.2. So no one's really grabbed it by the horns yet, have they?
Well,
Stop.
the end is coming,
And you've seen how
maybe
quickly this
it's
competition
pressure
can
a little
change
bit
in
higher,
just one
but
shot. Geschwantner's lead goes from
I'm
0.3
sure they know
to
how to
1.1. She shot an
deal
excellent
with all that.
10.6 there.
So I guess the goal is
The
to
next
take
shot.
pressure and turn it into a positive.
I mean, that's the goal.
Well, this is what you're doing, this is what you train all your life to get the buzz of the final, isn't it?
Yes, because it's full of adrenaline and the stress. So, and the sport is not that kind
the
that
next
we need
competition
all
shot.
that. So you
Low.
have to turn all that, like negative things, into positive to make
Start.
all the best for your shooting.
Zakova. She's not shooting up in the air, she's shooting flat. There she goes. Better picture.
Yeah.
When you watch another shooter, what do you analyse? What's the first thing you look for? Oh,
Actually,
Zakova just shot a 9.3.
Stop.
yeah, just for a little bit. That cost me.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking 4th place in this competition, representing Russia, Anna Zhukova.
So we got medalists.
Yeah, looks
German
disappointed there.
girls.
Perhaps the most
Congratulations,
experienced
Russia.
girl
Well,
left in the final.
It has been twisting and turning during this competition, but with that shot, Kreutzer ensures that Germany will win 2 medals from this competition along with Italy. Now it's just Up to us to find out who wins which medal.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So you asked me before what I see the first when I looked the final, and Senna was I was looking at her final in Munich, and first I can see her movements of the rifle is a little bit, and she's pulling trigger very well and not aiming too long. Just doing every shot the same and like a robot.
That's what you want, isn't it? So where are we? All the girls have guaranteed themselves a medal.
Kreutzer by a 0.5 margin, so the difference between second and third is now 1.2. It looks like a large lead on just one shot, but it is possible.
But we have been seeing them going from 9 flat up to 10.8, so there's been quite a swing, hasn't there, so far? So 1.2 is possible to make up.
It is, but not easy. Not easy. Especially in the end when every girl is trying her best.
And the fact that Shaq is speaking so loudly that they must hear, they must know what the score is.
Yeah, I mean they
use it, I guess.
They probably know everything. And
so 2 20-year-old and an ancient 29-year-old. Well, 10.6 from Kreutzer. That is putting the pressure on.
yeah. Oh.
Stop.
No, it's not enough.
Your bronze medalist in the women's air rifle at the 2015 European Championships representing Germany, Nina Laura Kreutzer.
Well done for the first
senior competition.
final, yeah.
She looks delighted.
Yeah,
She
she's
like to
looks
second
very
guess
happy,
someone,
and
but
she should be.
she'd probably signed for that this morning.
Congratulations, Germany.
You
I
can see
did say at the
Germans
beginning
cheering for
Kreutzer
her.
was hoping to win her first medal, and she's just done it. Fantastic achievement. Geschwantner now holds a 2.3 lead going into the final 2 shots. It looks
So they've all had
but let's see
18
what
shots,
This is
2
the
shots to go.
penultimate shot in the competition.
So we will see now if the
For
experience
the next
can
competition
beat
shot, load.
this huge difference.
So senior in your picture.
Advantage.
This is her first senior competition, but she has won medals, gold and bronze at World Championships and European Championships. Ah, the crowd are waking up. Bit of like clapping, which is what we want.
Finally.
First shot, 9.9 from Senna, but she's way back. She was 2.3 off.
Yeah, it's the second in a row.
And 10, so she's
Yeah,
now
she's close.
2.5
So Geschwantner
down
of Germany
with
goes
1
into
shot
the
to
very
go.
last shot with a 2.4 lead. You would consider it's quite a healthy lead. It's also worth mentioning that both Geschwantner and Senna have won junior medals in their career, but they are guaranteed their very first senior medals from this competition, which is fantastic for both of them. This is the final shot in the competition.
10-meter air
For the next
rifle,
competition
European
shot,
Championships.
load.
The gold medal is going to be known in a few seconds.
Start.
And I think we're just looking at her.
So as I say, a 2.4 swing. Anything above 8.5 and she's won the gold.
Yeah, she can be relaxed now and shoot perfect
Well,
shots.
10.3, so she needs 7.9.
That's not an option.
10.4.
Of course, 10.4, very good shot. And
Well, you mentioned Ivana when she came on. She looks like she owns the
Results are final.
owns
the
the
shooting
arena.
range of the
Gold
competition,
medalist
yes. And she
representing
showed
Germany
that.
in the
And she
women's
said
air
that,
rifle,
wow.
Selina Geschwantner.
Well, and she looks delighted.
Here I have the medal winners,
Gold medal.
please
Who
line up.
wouldn't be? I
Medal
mean, gold
winners,
medal is
please
in
line up.
her hands.
Ladies and
so
gentlemen,
she
stay
should
with
be
us. We'll
proud and very
present the
happy.
medalists to you. We'll have an entertainment show for you, and then we will have the victory
Well, that's the
ceremony for this
pretty much
competition. Stay
over. We're going to stay a
right where
couple of
you are.
seconds, but that's the first event of these European Championships. We saw Germany take 2 medals in the women's air rifle. Next up is going to be the men's
We can
air
present the
pistol.
medalists to you. The
That's going to be
bronze medal
another,
for the women's
hopefully
air rifle
extraordinary
representing Germany,
competition.
Nina Laura Kreutzer.
Look at them, they look, we have
They're very
excited
happy.
young ladies, don't we?
Beautiful and yeah, and they deserve
The
all the
silver
medals.
medalist
So these are
representing Italy,
competitors for you to look forward to watching in the next couple of years.
Yeah, it motivates me more to be like them and to
And
be
your
better
gold
myself.
medalist for
Which is
this
funny because they
first
probably look up to
senior
you
event in the women's
as an
Yeah, but
established
sometimes the things
icon
are
of the
turning.
sport, and now
Championships representing
Yeah, I
Germany,
mean, that sport, you
Selina
cannot be
Geschwantner.
the best all the time.
that's what we want to see. We want to see complete delight. The German fans,
Congratulations, ladies, on a fantastic competition. You, the audience, thank you for
just
your great
shows that we
support.
can't,
Stay where you are. We'll have an entertainment
we can't
show
predict
for
what's
you
going to happen.
in just
Anyway,
a few
Ivana,
moments'
thank
time,
you very
followed
much for
by
coming
the
in to join us
official
again
picking
today.
ceremony.
Thank
It's
you,
been
it's
great.
always my pleasure.
I'm Matthew
Medals
Layton, and
to
join
the
us
winners
in
today.
a bit for the men's
Thank you.
pistol final. Thank you very much.
Please remove your equipment as quickly as possible.
Very kindly ask the athletes that they remove their equipment from the firing point and that the gangway is clear so we can commence with the entertainment show in the victory ceremony. Can I kindly ask that the athletes remove their equipment from the firing point as soon as possible so we can commence with the entertainment show in the victory ceremony. Thank you, Bill.
Please remove your equipment.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We hope you enjoyed the entertainment show. Just bear with us a couple of minutes as we move the podium in position so we can commence the victory ceremonies. Thank you. And he's accompanied by kinderen who have dreams of becoming junior shooters, Lawrence, Yella, Andre and Luke. Selina Laura Kreutzer. And the silver medal representing Italy goes to Sabrina Senna. The gold medal in the women's air rifle representing Germany, Selina Geschwantner. All three medalists also received prize money on behalf of Mr. Vladimir Lissin, the President of the European Shooting Confederation. And ladies and gentlemen, please now rise for the national anthem of Germany. We now have the opportunity for a few photographs. Congratulations once again to the medalists and ladies and gentlemen.